Hi, so we just finished our battle tutorial, we finished our camp tutorial before that, and we finished our deity selection tutorial. I think we're actually ready to play. So let's go ahead and keep our gathering going. Right now we're gathering our special resource here. A pack of beasts approaches! Let's go ahead and fight them. Now, I talked about auto battle. We're sure to win this. Purple is a perfect victory when you click this, and then total defeat is horrible. You usually end up getting characters killed, and you won't find out if they're killed until the next turn. So let's go ahead and accept that. Now this is the research material that I mentioned in the battle tutorial. If we research this, we're going to get extra science. Right now we didn't get any flat science for this because it's just a normal battle. We got our experience, and we're going to go ahead and end our turn again.
And here, one must have a good drink too. Now, the same way you cooked, you can also craft equipment and later buildings in your village. You can also design recipes to see how they will turn out. Oh, and if you make special food, you need to save for something. Or, more likely, you gather good wood or better food, and you do not want it eaten or burnt. Make sure to exclude them. You will find a looking glass icon in your camp, on the top left side.
So these are all things we went over in our camp tutorial. Links are in the description for the 3 tutorials. I recommend you check those out, especially if you're planning on getting the game, if you want to start playing the game. They're very basic tutorials, and if you're looking for something more advanced, I'm sure you can find it in the forums or various places. I just wanted to get you familiar with how to play the game. So we already know this.
To spend your research
Yep,
points.
we already did.
See your research tree at the top right corner.
Yep.
So, now that you have this sorted, I know of an abandoned house you can explore. Who knows what mysteries you will uncover there? Remember to check your inventory before you venture out.
Okay, so we're gonna leave. Oh, and go back and pause the screen if you want, but we got 3 research that filled the blue bar. We'll get our next research point at 8 research, but we also got a bunch of experience, and our characters get to level up. Now, our levels are actually going to vary on leveling up, and for this, we really want to choose. So Xanadin is our chosen, but she's a hunter, and as a hunter, I really like her to be straight as an arrow, so to speak, in her perception. If there's a perception bonus at a +2, it's absolutely the choice to take. Now, here, warrior, we have wisdom. It affects luck, rituals, crafting, and gathering. Not what you would expect for the warrior, so we gotta choose. Both strength and wits would help the warrior out in combat. But we take a look over here. Her strength's an 8, her wisdom's a 4, and her wits is a 3. That's how quickly she's going to act in battle. I am actually going to keep the +2 bonus because it will help us in social aspects. I mentioned in various tutorials that yellow is the kind of social interaction, the more tactical interaction. And that's going to really help us in those. A warrior who is more balanced can be more useful than one who takes my perception path of a hunter and just goes straight forward in one stat. Now, we have our gatherer. Perception helps with gathering, and that's really what they're for. You can see there is somewhat of a balance there, so I'm going to go ahead and pick up perception there. And then we have our children. So we got to think about this. I do not mind. She looks like she's already predispositioned for strength. I don't mind giving her strength. Now, this, Boguswalawa, could have a wits increase. I really don't want that much in wits. If luck were available, which is an ability actually, I would go for that. Of course, we know that perception affects it. So really, I'm seeing that she focuses more on intelligence. I could really use a character who develops in the mystical arts, so I'm actually going to sacrifice her strength for destiny. Destiny is a secondary spiritual attribute, affects gathering, crafting, research, rituals, luck, and faith. It's actually really, really, really good. So we are going to go ahead and continue. We're not going to go here. Now this game will trick you. It will send you on main story quests that are clearly main story quests, and the difficulty will severely spike at a certain point. I don't know if we'll see that point here. I rarely get to that point on a short run. You see we get lots of resources together. Okay. Right here you can see we have 27 days of fuel, 28 days of food. So at this point, we can go ahead and start crafting additional food. And I talked briefly about this. We don't have a good crafter, but food doesn't really get a trash or masterwork ability. So every 3 turns, we're going to get 12 food from spending 8 food. And if we had a better crafter, which I imagine we're going to get when one of the children grow up, unless they both have really good classes, then we would get that much, much faster, and you can see how we can convert raw food into quite a bit more. So we get to attack this snake. In case you missed it, I'll go ahead and enter this fight. They only have 1 creature, so I'll kind of be able to really pick this off with our hunter. Now, here, we have 14 points of damage that we can do. And you'll note that I skipped my first deployment just so I could do that first strike. And now we have enough points. We are actually going to finish it off with first strike. So we aren't even going to have to worry about getting into battle, and that's one of the benefits of choosing certain weapons. If you plan it out, you can really own the battlefield. It is a very strategic game in that way. So we'll go ahead and end the turn. We won, no damage whatsoever. And we have an event. As you travel through a woodland, you hear the cries of a man. Help! Please! Someone help me! They are faint, but come from somewhere close. We have a choice. We could ignore the cries and leave, which would close this event off altogether. Or we could ask him where he is and look for the man. I fell down into a cave. Please, kind folks, help! I come from a wealthy clan. I'll give you many goods in reward. The man's voice is fading. You find the hole where the man must have fallen, and you hear him from below, but it's too dark and deep to see anything, and even throwing a torch down does not help. So we can get some ropes, ignore the cries and leave, ask why is here alone if he comes from a rich clan. So we could question him. I'm gonna play the Good Samaritan and just get the ropes and throw them down. You throw the line down and feel the weight of a man. Let's pull him out. Okay, so this didn't work out. So you pull and pull, and out comes a huge snake wrapped around the rope. It hisses and whirls and bites you before slithering away. So Tomko, our healer, just took 4 damage. We could just leave, or we could call out. The man's voice is strained. I didn't see a rope. Please save me. Let's pull him out. You pull out the rope, and this time it's heavy. You think you see the man's furry coat and as you drag him out, but it's a bear, and it attacks. So this is not ending well for us. Okay, so we're going to fight this bear. We get the first turn, but just like before, because we have our hunter, we're going to give it up so that we can focus on first striking. So we do there. Bear loses 10 health. And of course, your strategy will vary based on how you set that up. If you're interested in that, then go to our very first tutorial on choosing your deity, and you'll see various bonuses. Here we completely destroyed the bear. We got 7 meat for it, so not bad. We're gonna definitely call out angrily. The bear's dead, but the man is still trapped in the hole. You hear him whimpering. I never reached your rope. I don't know what these animals were. Please help me. I'll give you rewards beyond measure, I swear. Let's try one last time. Carefully now. This time it is indeed an older man, bearded, exhausted, and ragged. Yet his clothes are of superior quality, and his hand ordained with jeweled rings. He turns one of the rings and reaches out toward the moon, then disappears without even saying thank you. So our only option is to swear at the ungrateful sod and leave. But we got 2 experience. We got 1.7 experience, 2 research. So we got a new research. We can begin to gather that malachite right next to us, which is great. I'm kind of dreading the event that is going to eventually make me get up and go. And we have a new yellow slot. So yellow areas are kind of quest continuations. This star is kind of important to continuing things that the game wants us to focus on. And so if I were to do this, that would kind of further or go towards the event we just happened. But I'm staying put. Now, remember, every level goes back and forth between stat increases and abilities. I kind of know what I already want. I don't want either of these for our hunter. So rather than get a new ability that'll keep popping up, I'm going to increase what we already have, the poison throwing daggers. Now just see here, you see red and yellow. This will be in battles where intelligence is a factor and battles where we're in combat. And you'll see poison. In fact, let's go ahead and click on this. Right here we have the physical and mental challenges this is permitted to be used in. We have the area that we can place the character down in the card, the delay that using this ability actually adds, and its target. Now poison damage, if the target has less than maximum hit points, damage is plus 35%. And then 0.8. So if this were 0.8, we'd take our int score, and 0.8 of our int score goes through. This is reflective of the ability we already have. Do you see the first rank? What it's asking is, do we want to increase that from a 0.8 to a 1? So you'll see if it's int based, we'll do 5 damage. If it's strength based, we'll do 4. Neither one is really great, but we're going to go ahead and do that. Our second option would be Ghostly Axe. And actually, I'm reconsidering this now because it's perception for both purple and red, both spiritual and physical challenges. It's still ranged. Don't think I'd ever use it in combat, but yeah, in the spiritual challenge, it actually makes our perception good. So I lied. I'm going with the Ghostly Axe. Then we have Tomko over here. Now we talked about crafting, and this is really kind of a hard choice. He has a decent int, not great, but decent to start with. We could take him down crafting, but we kind of always want our gatherer to be gathering, so I don't want to be tempted to put him on crafting when our gatherer should be gathering. So now we still have our food crafter. We have quite enough fuel, so we're actually going to move to gathering malachite. And you'll see it takes some time. Oh. So a new event. A black cat crosses our path. Just keep on walking. It's only a cat. This could be a demon in cat form. Place a small offering of food on the road. If a cat comes to you, it will be good luck. If it walks on, it will bring misfortune. Now, this is not the Western version of demons where all demons are bad. Some demons are good, some demons are bad. This is just demons. So we're going to go ahead and do it. Cat walked away, so bad luck will follow. But we get some research, we get some experience, And we immediately get our reward. Your home is visited by a black cat at night, and somehow you know you met this one before. It purrs, lingers in the household, avoiding direct contact, yet observes. So let's go and observe it. You realize too late that the cat was a witch's familiar, and the old hag used it to siphon some of your spirit for her dark arts. So all of our characters lost some faith. We'll be getting that back. Typically, if you have a lot of faith loss, you're going to get it back through a ritual. So our characters leveled. Children having good luck is amazing. And I want to show you. Provides bonuses to experience points and improves the chance rolls in growing up events. So you really do want to get luck up. Our warrior has two options. I really kind of want her health to increase. Rather than having a purely physical line charge, which is honestly great for various things, but we want to really have Olina stick around. Now here we have brute force, which is interesting. This is basically what you use when you don't have abilities that would be better. So you can see it's used in strength int, or I forget what it's called. Strength int or mysticism, and it's going to provide a flat bonus. If you level this up high enough, it becomes amazing. So we're actually going to do this. Now this is our warning that we have a low faith alert. Now if it doesn't go away, I will look at performing a ritual, but it went away. We have regeneration, and we're gonna keep on gathering. Okay. So here we have a swarm of bats descend upon you out of nowhere. We have our normal fight and run away, but because we have a high enough perception, this event now unlocks an additional option. Perception. Stay still and allow them to fly past, even if it means taking a few scrapes. Try to spot exactly where they came from. Now, because we have perception, that doesn't make this a better option, just a different option that may lead to different events. We're going to go ahead and take it. The bats fly past you, leaving some scratches, and you see a small hidden entrance to a cave. So we all lost some health, but we get to go to the cave. You find the cave empty, although there are signs of something big passing through it. Likely what scared the bats. You find a good cache of stone, so we gather the stone, and this ending doesn't necessarily have to be the same each time you play this event. So consider doing the same thing on the similar events, and you can get different endings. Gather what we can and leave. We get our research points and our experience. Okay, we're gonna just continue to stay put. We're almost through the night, which means that we're gonna change back to day, where we have better bonuses. Now, we are going to have a weight limit of 4,281 right now. We're nowhere near that. Oh no, we lost our sound. Oh, there it goes. We're gonna have a weight issue though if we stay here forever, which we don't want to do. I'm surprised the event that I don't like hasn't happened yet. Okay, so I may actually just pick up and leave soon without that. I'm gonna check our inventory. We only have 20 malachite, but we have over 100 granite. I'm pretty happy with our granite gathering. So this would be a case where you want to just go in and reallocate. As far as food goes, we're going to keep that. I'm not too worried about fuel. And here you'll see that we're going to start gathering a lot more malachite. Okay, so we get the same event. We're going to pick it this, so bad luck will follow again. This can end in good luck. And here's our grow up event. The traumatic events of the last few days made it clear your child is a child no more. The day that every parent fears, right? They now face the time of croppings, the rite of passage into adulthood. But this path is never easy. You must now choose what journey the young one will take before, and that they may return to you as an adult. So here we have some choices. Because of perception, she could become a hunter. This won't always be available, even if you have the same perception score. We could send her off and let it change her into whatever she wants. This usually ends up with them being a scoundrel or them being a demon or a variety of things. I typically have gained the belief that if you want to have just fun and go wild, choose chance. Otherwise, keep chance only when you don't have a need for the other options. So, your child is learned. Perhaps they can become a healer. This is their intelligence. Now, this is not guaranteed to happen, but this is what I'd like her to become. So, Bogslawa will become our healer. Begin the trials, and we can see that we have the healer class, a wise one learned in the ways of herbs and basic medicine. Healers have always been respected, not only for their knowledge, but for their willingness to help those in need. So we're going to see that we have a few things. We have Master Healer, decreases the group's death chance, and we get a group health regeneration. We have the completely safe pill, which is very, very amusing. Go ahead and read that if you'd like. The brute force ability and the hurry up ability. So she hasn't lost anything, but you see that she starts over at level 1. So she took the stats that she had and added to them and then reset to level 1. So we're happy. We rejoice. Okay, so let's go ahead and end the turn here. We just want a bit more malachite. Oh, and here we go. So, like I said, not really going to go with the strength. But one thing I do note is we have a choice between wits and perception. We already have a 13.3 perception. That's great. But wits can affect how quickly the character can act during a challenge. And since we're going to place her down a lot early on, I'm actually going to go with a wits upgrade over the perception. So here we go. This is the event that I was talking about. So we automatically lose 10 of our fruit. You wake at night to discover a skak eating your supplies. Shoo it away. The creature spits out his food and almost chokes. Crap, you scared me. I mean, I am so sorry. So sorry for stealing your stuff. It wasn't my idea. Swears. Whose idea was it then? I'm not allowed to say directly. Demon laws. But I can tell you the story of mine. So we have an option. Fine, listen. Kill it, which will kind of add everything. And not interested, leave. We're going to go ahead and listen. I was playing a game of curve with a couple of mates. Hulk, Binganet, and a tooth fairy fella. Well, you likely do not know this, but them tooth fairies, they're real bullies. So me, Fricks, and the Hulk, we decided to, teach a bully a lesson. Beat him at the game and well and good. He cheated? Cheat is such a mortal word. When us demons play, it's more of a, well, who cheats best? But, yeah, we tried to cheat more, you could say, and together. Only things went kind of wrong. The bully found you out and made you steal things? No, tooth fairies are only good for pulling them teeth out. I got plenty. That was not the real issue. Fricks, but I can't. The skak starts to choke violently and puffs up. Well, we feel for him, but what does it all have to do with us? You see, I'm a pawn now. But those who play, I think you may be the target. So even if you kill me, you'll likely just get jinxed by them lot. And I can't see more. I'm already spilling more beans than I should. And only cause he pissed me off that. He chokes again. So, you help me, and I help you. I swears. So how exactly will this affect you? More stealing demons? Or we could just kill them. Yeah, and worse, depending on how the games go, they'll want to make you angry. Swear it out, then they get points. So making you sick, stealing from you, making you trip, step on nails, all sorts. Anyway, can't say more. Or the demon laws. I burned my tongue. So how can we sort this out? Well, only a demon can enter the curve game. And even then, only one with an invite. I got me 2 mates who can get you in. One's a schmuck, and so he's a, shy fella, and it will take some time to seek him out, or some skill. The other, she's a dola. Not your typical sort of deals and games, but she knows things, so I'm sure she can get you in. Now, we can choose, but if you have children, go for the dola. You get an instant success depending on what you want to do. Will you come with me then? Oh, wish I could. Bound by laws, you see. And if I happen to do nasty stuff to you before we sort this out, I truly am sorry. Please don't kill me. A green fog appears around the shkak, and he disappears, his face slightly panicked, but he leaves behind a map that has an inscription. Choose one, friend, you will visit. So let's go ahead and choose the dola. We have kids. So we get our rewards. You can see that we leveled up. The reason why I now have to leave. Yay, our child. Okay, so she's going to have a 6th destiny. I'm hoping she'll be able to turn into a witch, but we'll see. The reason why we have to leave immediately is if the longer we delay this, the longer it will take to complete the quest, and the more food we'll periodically lose.